Have you ever pondered what it would take to survive in the wilderness with nothing but your wits? Survival skills, often associated with extreme situations like being lost in the wilderness, are actually a valuable asset for everyday life. They foster a sense of confidence, independence, and resilience that can prove beneficial in various circumstances. Just imagine, if you knew how to start a fire without matches or build a shelter from available materials, wouldn't you feel a bit more secure when embarking on a hiking trip? Or consider a power outage at home. If you knew how to generate alternative forms of heat or light, it could turn a potentially stressful situation into a manageable one. Survival skills can also foster a mindset of resourcefulness and adaptability. These are qualities that are not only useful in emergencies, but also in navigating the challenges and uncertainties of daily life. Survival skills are not just about confronting dire situations, they are about thriving in life. So, what are the essential survival skills that everyone should know? First and foremost, let's talk about building a shelter. When you find yourself in an unfamiliar wilderness, protecting yourself from the elements becomes crucial. A good shelter can shield you from harsh weather conditions, be it the blistering sun, chilling winds, or torrential downpours. It provides a safe space for rest, which is vital for preserving energy and maintaining a clear mind, both of which are essential for survival. Now, let's move on to the second survival skill, finding water. Humans can only survive a few days without water, making this an absolute priority in survival situations. There are various ways to locate water in the wilderness. For instance, you can collect rainwater, dew, or even dig for water in dry riverbeds. Once found, it's important to purify the water. You can boil it, use purification tablets, or even a DIY filter made from available materials. Next up, we have the art of making fire. Fire is a multifaceted tool in survival situations. It provides warmth, enables you to cook food, purify water, and even serves as a signal for rescue. There are numerous methods to start a fire, from the traditional flint and steel to more modern fire starters. But remember, starting a fire requires practice, patience, and above all, safety. Lastly, let's discuss foraging for food. In the wilderness, supermarkets are replaced by nature's pantry, filled with edible plants and insects. However, it's important to be cautious, as not everything that looks edible is safe to eat. Learning to identify edible flora and fauna can provide you with necessary nutrients and energy. While insects might not be your first choice for a meal, they are a good source of protein and are often easier to catch than larger prey. Mastering these skills can be the difference between life and death in a survival situation. So, equip yourself with knowledge and practice these skills. After all, being prepared is the first step to survival. So, we've covered the critical survival skills, but knowing is not enough, is it? Firstly, we delved into the art of building a shelter, a skill that could mean the difference between a cold, sleepless night and a safe, warm reprieve from the elements. It's not just about piling up leaves or branches, it's about understanding the environment, using what's available and creating a space that protects you from wind, rain, and potentially dangerous wildlife. Next, we discovered the importance of finding water. Your body can only survive for about 3 days without it, making this a top priority. We discussed how to locate a water source, how to collect dew or rainwater, and the crucial steps to purify it. Then, we sparked up an interest in making fire. Fire provides warmth, a way to cook food, a method to purify water, and a beacon for potential rescuers. We learned about the many methods of fire starting, from the traditional flint and steel to more modern fire-starting gadgets. And lastly, we foraged into the world of finding food. It's not just about hunting or fishing, but also about identifying edible plants, berries, and insects. We explored how to set up basic traps and the art of fishing without modern equipment. But here's the thing, knowing these skills theoretically is not enough. You need to practice to get your hands dirty. Practice building different types of shelters in various environments. Practice finding and purifying water even when you have a bottle in your backpack. Practice making fire in all weather conditions. And practice identifying and foraging for food in your local area. Why? Because in a survival situation, you won't have the luxury of time or the comfort of a safety net. Your skills, your practice, will be the difference between survival and tragedy. Remember, The key to survival is not just knowledge, but the ability to apply that knowledge when it counts. So, go out there, practice, and become the survival expert you were meant to be.